Hey y'all, welcome to Level Up Cajun Style. Today we're going to be making some fried catfish along with some great hush puppies. We're going to level them both up. My daughter's on the set today, so I can't be messing up. Let's do this thing a la cuisine. All right, y'all, thanks for sticking around. Now, this is going to be real easy with our catfish, and you're saying probably now, Chuck, why a catfish show? You're doing a lot of fish these days. Well, guys, this is being shot during the summertime, and summertime is great fishing time. And since it's great fishing time, might as well cook fish, right? Okay, so stop arguing, don't be a pill. All right, so we're gonna take our catfish fillets. Now, this recipe, guys, is really easy. We have our catfish fillets. First thing we want to do is make sure that we dab our catfish fillets, get all extra moisture off of them. Why? Because we want the seasonings and everything to stick right to the flesh. All right, so job one, get in here and pat it down a little bit. All right, now we're gonna do both sides because we're gonna season both sides. We're gonna eat both sides, so we're gonna make sure you do both sides. Bam. All right, pat it down, pat it dry. All right, now that it's all patted down and dry, we'll flip it back over. Now, you know, I got my surgical gloves on today, so we're ready to do a little surgery. Doctor's orders. All right, job one, we're gonna take some yellow mustard, and we're gonna coat these dudes up with some yellow mustard. All right, I'm gonna drop a little bit on there like that, a little bit on here like this. I know it's messy, but you know what? Frying fish, guys, is messy. And now you see why I had the gloves on. I'm gonna just wipe these guys down full of yellow mustard. All right, and I know I got a lot left over. There's a reason I got a lot left over, because what we're gonna do is, again, we're gonna eat both sides, so we're gonna coat both sides. And words cannot express at this point how gratifying this feels to be wiping down this catfish. All right, full of yellow mustard. All right, now we're all wiped down with yellow mustard. Step number two is we're going to take some Piedmont's Cajun shake and add it to the mustard. All right, just coat the top. All right, it's looking right. Now, here comes the fun part. Here comes the level up. The level up is going to be really straightforward. I have some Piedmont's habanero ketchup. We're going to take just a little dab of that habanero ketchup and just lay it right across the top. And what's that going to do? It's going to bring out just a little bit more punch in that Cajun seasoning. Not too much, because we didn't use too much. We just dribbled a little bit on top. And yeah, you guys just do this to your taste. All right, very simple. Very simple. We're going to flip it over. I'm not going to add the habanero ketchup to the other side. I'm just going to add a little bit of Piedmont's to the other side. All right. Now we're ready to go to step two of the process. Now this is step one, preparing the fish. The next step in the process, we're going to add the fish fry, and that's coming up. All right. I'm going to do a couple more fillets. We're going to come right back and show you what that looks like. Okay, stick around. Hey, y'all. Okay, now that we've got our room temperature, patted dry, mustardized, habanero ketchupized, and Piedmont's Cajun shaked fillets here on the side, we've got our Piedmont's fish fry right here, straight out of the package. Again, Piedmont's, you can get all the stuff on our website, from the habanero ketchup to the fish fry. And to the fish fry right now, I'm going to add just about a half cup of all-purpose flour. And it's like, wow, Chuck, isn't Piedmont's enough? Well, yeah, Piedmont's is enough. But I find that adding some all-purpose flour gives us a little bit more of a crust. So we're just going to whisk this in really quick. Try to get all the lumps out. All right. Hey, see how that's nice and homogeneous? You really can't see too much of that flour. It looks all nice and mixed together. And just in case, we're going to add just a little smidge more Piedmont's Cajun shake. Never too much Piedmont's Cajun shake. Just ask Piedmont, he'll tell you. All right, a little more Cajun shake on there. Again, no directions, no amounts. It's 1 pack of Piedmont's fish fry and 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, seasoned to taste with Piedmont's Cajun shake. All right, and now that that's all blended together, Here comes the dirty work, my favorite part, right in the top, okay? We're gonna mix these guys. Just make sure every bit of it's covered. You don't have to make it super thick. Just make sure every nook and cranny is covered, all right? Okay, that's one fillet. Here comes the other fillet. And if you don't spill any, it's bad luck. So you gotta spill a little bit, guys. Gotta spill a little bit, all right? Here we go. Completely covered. All right? Then once these guys are completely covered, step 2 is going to be dip it in the grease, right? And we're going to do that step in just a second, but I have a few more of these fillets to get in the batter. So stay tuned, stick around. Going to be back in just a flash. Hey y'all, okay, welcome back. Before I get going any further, I'm going to ask you to please, since we're such close personal friends now, please click the link below to subscribe to our channel. We'd like to have you along. We're going to be giving away a Cajun care package in a little bit, and you have to be subscribed to my channel in order to win it. We want you to have it. We want to give it to you, but you have to be subscribed, okay? So we're back now. It took a few minutes because we had to get our grease at the right temperature. And what you want to do is, right here, I'm using canola oil, but you can use anything you want. You can use peanut oil. You can use grapeseed oil. Don't recommend extra virgin olive oil for frying fish like this, but any kind of vegetable oil will do just fine. It doesn't give too much of an extra taste, especially canola oil doesn't really add much of a flavor to it. And that's what we want. We want the flavor to be realistic from what we put in. Now, the grease is right about the right temperature. You want it to be about 350. Well, Chuck, how do you know it's 350? I don't see a thermometer anywhere. Well, what you do is we take a little bit of water on our fingers. We drop it in there. When we do that, that's right about 350 degrees. And it's almost louder than I am right now, but now it's time to put it in, okay? So here we're going to take our fillets that are coated. We're going to shake them to knock off any mix that's on here, because we want to try to do our best to keep our grease clean, especially since we're going to be making some hush puppies a little later on. So, and anytime for safety, guys, for safety, a tip from me to you, you put the fish in and push it away from you. All right? And that way, if any grease splashes out, it doesn't splash on you. It splashes against the backsplash. All right? That's one fillet. Here comes number 2 fillet. Shake all the extra off. And lay it in nice and easily. Now you see I'm deep frying these. We're going to go for about 7 minutes at this heat. All those bubbles are created by that moisture getting gone out of there, getting boiled out of there, or fried out of there rather. So stay tuned. They're actually going to kind of start to float a little bit when they actually get ready. All right? But I can already smell this guy. It's smelling great, fantastic. We're right on spot. Stick around because we still have hush puppies to do, and we're going to level those up too. Stick around. Next, we're going to make our hush puppies with our Piedmont's hush puppy mix. Now, we could take all kind of flour and different kind of parsley and stuff, but why do that? Piedmont's hush puppy mix. Very easy, very simple. All we're going to do is take this dude here, put the whole thing in. It's got everything we need. All right? Ta-da! Part 2, we're going to crack 1 egg. We'll put it in there. Boom. Crack. No, try again. Drop that right on top. And then 1 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Right on in. And we're going to mix that all together. All right. So now when I get ready to stir, you'll see the consistency we need. All right. So I'm going to stir this all together with my wooden spoon. Now, you're already asking, hey, Chuck, you leveled up your catfish pretty quick. What are you going to do to level up the hush puppies? What are you going to do? Well, you know what? You're just going to have to wait and see. We're going to level it up. Just cool your jets. We're going to do it. All right? Now, a little bit of history for you. I'm going to try to learn you something here. A little history for you. Where did the hush puppy name come from? Well, way back in the old South, when houses didn't have proper air conditioning, as you might think, the kitchen was the hottest room in the place. So typically, in most southern homes, especially the large southern homes, the kitchen was built as a separate building from the main house. So when the cooks would make up the food for the landowner and his family or his guests or what have you, they had the arduous task, arduous means hard, they had the hard task of getting from the kitchen to the main house without being assaulted by the landowner's hunting dogs. All right, so in order to get the dogs away from the cooked food and that delicious smell of all the cooked food, the cooks would make cornbread balls, boil them, or I should say fry them in cooking oil, roll them up in balls and throw them away from the kitchen into the woods. And the dogs would go running after the little cornbread balls, and that's how they called hush puppies, because the dogs would try to get to them and making all kind of noise and trying to jump on them. And the hush puppies were a nice diversion. All right, so we're seeing, woo, just having fun. Sorry, y'all, just having a little fun there. You see what the consistency of this is like. All right, we're going to stir it a little bit more, and then we're going to dump it into our grease, which is going to be the same grease from our fish. All right, so we're not trying to add any extra cost or extra problems to get this done in a nice, easy manner. And look, honestly, guys, that's what we're trying to do here. Yes, we're trying to demystify Cajun food a little bit and let you know, hey, you can buy these ingredients and make this in your home. I don't care if you're in Wisconsin or Michigan or any place like that. Australia, shoot, it doesn't matter. Any place you can go, you know, we can ship you this Pima's Hush Puppy Mix anywhere. It's on our website. Just go to our website, listed right here, and order yourself not only our Pima's Hush Puppy Mix, but also our fish fry that we use. We have chicken fry. We have hamburger mix. We want to make some Cajun hamburgers in an episode, just so you see what this stuff does. Because, you know, I know Texans and folks from Missouri, they make some great barbecue stuff. They have this big barbecue burger thing or barbecue ribs thing. We make a very serious Cajun hamburger right here using Pima's hamburger mix, okay? So we're going to just stir this a little bit more, and then we're going into the grease, all right? So stick around, say 3, 2, 1. You almost got me. You almost got me. We were that close. But we forgot to level up the Hush Puppies. What are you, crazy? What's the show called? Not Hurry Up with Chuck. It's Level Up, Cajun style with Chuck Bush, okay? So what are we going to do to level this up? Well, we're going to have a little Cajun fun here. We're going to take ourselves some finely chopped jalapenos and dump those things right in there. And how much? Well, you know, it's up to you. This is about a ½ cup, but you know, you can put as much as you like or as little as you like just for a flavor. Now look at that. Man, I'll tell you what. So now, instead of Hush Puppies, we have jalapeno Hush Puppies, which is going to be outstanding. Also, while we're back, we wanted to announce the winner of this week's Cajun Care Package. You've been asking, Chuck, who won? Who won? I want it, I want it, I want it. Well, if you're not subscribed, you're not even eligible. So what are you doing? You got to subscribe to the channel. And this week, we are rewarding our subscriber, Marilyn Geist, I think it is, Geist from Louisiana, somewhere in Louisiana. You have won yourself a Cajun Care Package, which includes all kind of cool stuff. Chicken fry, fish fry, hamburger mix, Cajun rub. If you barbecue, Cajun rub, guys. And of course, the ever famous, always, Pima's Cajun Shake. That is the stuff. So, you'll be getting that in the mail soon, Ms. Marilyn. And thank you so much for being a subscriber. We appreciate it. Y'all can still win. We're going to be giving one away every show. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Right down, hit the little button, subscribe button. Ring the bell for notifications because you don't want to miss a minute of these recipes, okay? Hey, thanks for sticking around. Now, it's time to put it in the grease. Here we go. All right, guys, as we come up to heat here, you can hear this the pan just pinging a little bit. That's okay. That's going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a melon baller. Yay, we're going to come in here. Now, we were having a conversation before you joined us back again. Me and Rhonda, who's my right-hand person here, she does everything for us. And she said that her Hush Puppy concoction that she does, her mixture, is actually much more dry than this, and she actually can take it out and deal with it by hand. That's kind of foreign to me because I'm used to doing this, but it just goes to show you, I love Cajun cooking because everybody does something different. Your side of the bayou does it differently than my side of the bayou, and that's just the way it works. All right, so now we got our mixture going here, our Hush Puppy mixture, and we're going to drop it right in the grease. All right, and that's all we're going to do. And we're going to try our best not to plop it on us because that grease is hot, y'all. Oh, that grease is hot. And what you want to make sure you do is you try not to put them right next to each other because they will stick together and make one big glob. Try to keep them as individualistic as you can. As you can see from looking down inside this saucepan here, I say saucepan, but other people who are much more knowledgeable than I call it a saucepan. We're just filling up the top. And you can see they are just blowing up. So how long do we leave them in for? Well, guys, we're going to leave them in until they turn a nice golden brown. Now the fried fish was in there, I said 7 minutes. It actually started to burn after about 4 minutes. So just FYI, I'm going to give you some times, but you really need to watch this stuff for yourself. Don't sit there and say, well, Chuck said it. It doesn't fly. All right? So just watch it for yourself, see when it looks like it's ready, and pull it out. And that's what we're going to be doing here, okay? So, ooh, it looks pretty. We'll put one more right in here where there's a big spot. Ooh, they're going around. All right? We're going to get ready to mow down on these in just a minute, so stick around. Hey, y'all, okay, it's really, really cool. I've never seen this before, but in this particular instance, I have to try to recreate this another time. But a lot of these hush puppies are actually rolling themselves over. I left the camera up here run, so you can see they just kind of roll themselves over. It's kind of really cool. It's like self-basting hush puppies or something. I don't know. Anyway, so let's start pulling them out of here. Some of them are kind of done. Don't want them to burn, right? So we're going to grab the ones that look like they're ready. Now, as with anything you put in the grease, put them on a cooling rack here. As with anything you put in the grease, it's still cooking for a little while after you take them out. So you want to be very, very careful not to burn yourself or anybody else in the mix by getting to them too soon. I'm putting them on a cooling rack with a paper towel underneath it to make sure that they cool properly before we try to do anything with them, top and bottom. All right? If you don't have a cooling rack, then what I suggest you do is get yourself a plate and put some paper towels down on a plate and let that work for you. That should do just fine. All right? So this is the end of the first batch. We're going to do another batch really quick, and we'll be ready to go. All right? Stay tuned. We're having fun. We having fun yet? Yeah. And for those of you Yankees who are still kind of anti-Southern folk, if you want to go bobbing for apples, I'll let you bob for apples in this, okay? All right, just kidding. That's mean. I'm not gonna let you do that. Hey, y'all. Okay, so we've got our catfish plated up, and unfortunately, that's the last piece that's left because the crew got to it before I could say stop. We have to show something at the end. And all my hush puppies are nice here and laid out. So we're going to take the last thing to do. We're going to take our hush puppies and just drop them on here. How does that look, y'all? Maybe I have to put 3 on there. Now, I'm not going to lie. When y'all weren't looking, I already ate some of this, okay? So, let's just through and through. And if you didn't understand what I said, tough. Now, you may look at this and say, you know what, Chuck, you made a mess. Don't you clean up after yourself? Well, I do when it's all done. But when it comes to making fried food in Louisiana, if you're not making a mess, you're not doing it right. That's just the way it works, all right? So thank y'all for coming by for our leveled up fried catfish and leveled up hush puppies. Guys, these hush puppies are amazing. It's really Pimon's hush puppy mix with a little bit of jalapeno added. Just takes it right over the top. Levels it up beautifully. And I can't talk anymore, I gotta eat. So thank y'all for stopping by. We'll see y'all next week. And then, until then, God bless you. God bless America. And God bless this food. Allah, Cuisine.